Welcome to the Black American Hebrew Unity Discussion, where if you are up under this here and you are this here, welcome. So what we talking about, brothers? Well, shoot, let's talk about what have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah, culture, Black American culture. You know, it don't matter if you're wrong or right, just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. They will kick you when they beat you when they tell you it's fair. They kick you when they beat you. They kick you when they beat you when they tell you it's fair. You know, they don't really care about us. I think that's what Tupac said. That's where he, was trying to, carry on the message that that Michael Jackson was trying to, bring us into some form of awareness. Yeah, they say that you know what I mean, that they say that they sent, the brother over there to Ukraine, but they can't send him in. They sent the congressman, the black man from the Black Caucus. They sent him over there to see what the Ukrainians, the white folk over there, to see what they needed. But he couldn't be sent what the brothers is discussing online is, but he couldn't be sent into the communities to collect proposals for reparations for his own people. You know what I'm saying? That's what they saying. They saying that the brother, that the brother went over there and seen what the brothers, the folks was over there going through, and shedded tears. My only question was, who was he shedding when he went over there and seen the condition they was in? Who was he shedding tears for? That's my biggest question. Was he shedding tears? Was he shedding tears for the brothers, for the black Ukrainians? Was he shedding tears for the condition they're in, and the races and the racism they're facing over there? Was he crying for them? That's my only question on that. You know what I mean? But it still stands. We worse off than Ukraine. In the predicament we in now, we living in some form of a siege. You know what I mean? And our whole history shows you every time, the black caucus tries to arise, anybody that's, that's up there and they got people on their team and in a position to, to start movements, they want them dead. You know what I mean? We need help right here in the United States of America. You know what I mean? And they sent the brother over there. I'm going to, research it and do a little bit more extensive, research on it. But, man, I heard all I needed to hear. You know what I mean? I heard all I needed to hear. The only question now is, because if you think about it, the United States government did the same thing with Jesse Jackson when they tried to, diffuse a problem or, something to that effect. They sent Jesse Jackson over there, not to Ukraine and go look for it. You know what I mean? They sent Jesse Jackson over there to another nation also to negotiate and to play sickening. You know what I mean? And what Putin trying to say, by giving recognition to our hip hop artists, in which it ain't even hip hop, it's an expression of a dead carcass, which we wake up in our true nationality, then it will be an expression of a Hebrew. You see, rap music. It's our expression of who we are, but they putting it in boxes. Tapata jumped out, call it hip hop. You know what I mean? When that's really, oh my God, that's a self-expression. You know what I'm saying? That's a expression of creativity in a human being. That's not no motherfucking hip hop. You know what I mean? Literally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we'll discuss a lot about that later. And one of the reasons, we going through what we going through. But brothers and sisters, I'm not here to talk about problems. You know what I mean? I'm not really here to talk about what got us in the predicament we're in right now. But I don't mind, you know, stating certain things. But we need solutions in which this show is infested with. So right now, this minute, what I'm trying to do is get a discussion started on our true nationality as Hebrew people. Because Mitch McConnell and his crew up there in the Congress saying they don't know who reparations go to. So that's where we stop right there. And then me personally, I'm working on getting literature sent in, like the books by the two books that's introduced to, and that was written for us, our edification, um, by the Dr. Claude Anderson. So get them books. Too, brothers and sisters, because he wrote out a motto we can follow to start making some sense out of what we're going through and to help build from where we are. You know what I mean? In which I need to hurry up and get them books because that's what this show right here is about. You know what I mean? Helping Mitch McConnell to know who to give it to, and that's Black Americans. You got us up under that false narrative where you yourself don't have to adhere to. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm doing all I can to push the original narrative. So somewhere in there, you know, gotta do it. So we all playing our part. What I'm saying? Minister Louis Farrakhan playing his part, Master J playing his part, uh, uh, Fruits of Islam, they already, playing their part. Ansar and Muhammad's playing their part. You know what I'm saying? Us Hebrews that's awakened in Christianity up under, the false narrative is playing our part in waking up our brothers and sisters. We got Black American Buddhists, what I'm saying, that practice the transcendental meditation and chakra system. They playing their part. You know what I mean? You got You know, you got you know, the Christian consciousness. You know, brothers, Black Americans playing their part. You know, so everybody in position. You know, you even got the you know, the IUIC, Israel United in Christ. They even playing their part. Israel Worldwide Ministries, Israelite Worldwide Ministries, playing their part. So we all are in this. It's just that we are all divided. The Black Panther Party, both branches, playing their part. And the brothers, that the Hebrew Israelites, let me see. Hebrew Israelites. The Hebrew Israelite brothers, you know, on the streets, narrating our Father's word. They playing their part. You know what I mean? For real. And this is somebody else's content, though I don't want to play this. But let me see if I can get by with playing this clip for you brothers and sisters, and you know, without holding up my phone, showing you, you know, certain things. Let's see if I could just, you know, play it by ear. But if I get flagged, then this video got to come down. So I mean, but so, you know, and this is controversy on the Hebrew Israelites, our brothers. This is controversy over us. You know what I'm saying? Waking up. So please join me. Come in, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Black American Hebrew Unity discussion. So I'm just playing a clip for y'all right now, and just we you know, it's what we doing, chopping it up, sparking conversation, and trying to make some sense out of what we going through.
Turning now to the group that instigated the Covington incident, the Black Hebrew Israelites. Here they are in Washington, D.C., yelling at the high school students. Let's make America great again. A bunch of child molested all these dusty crackers with that racist garbage on. That's right. A bunch of incest babies. The biggest terrorist on the face of this earth is the pale-faced man, woman, and child. The Black Hebrew Israelites are described as a black nationalist hate group with militant overtones. They believe blacks are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites, and many of their sects are anti-white. Many here on the East Coast pretty familiar with the group, who dress up in robes and preach their teachings on street corners. I happened to catch up with them in Philly about 2 years ago. President Trump, how are you feeling about it?
How do I feel about President Trump? I think that white people put Trump in office, and that was the man that they wanted him to rule over their people. Right. But I think black people, Hispanics and Native Americans, have a king that they need to obey. Right. And this is what my power said. Read Acts 5:29. Acts chapter 5:29. Then Peter and all the apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
Joining me now, Katriel Ben Israel, a former teacher at Kol Sharit B'nai Israel. I don't think I got the pronunciation exactly correct, but I did my best. Now, you heard the sound coming from people in your organization yelling at these high school students. Do you think that was appropriate?
Well, first of all, that organization that you speak of is not representative of the whole nation of Israel. We're descendants by seed, by heritage of this people called Israel.
So you condemn these people that were hurling that kind of hateful language at the students?
Well, I don't know if it's quite hateful.
It wasn't quite hateful. Crackers, incest babies, child molesters. What do you consider that, love?
Well, they have a way and style that they bring their message to the people.
What's that message, though? That's a hateful message.
That's their style.
That's their style, and it's pretty hateful. Come on, you're a
I'm not
smart
hateful.
man.
I'm an Israelite, but I'm not hateful.
Okay, well, that was pretty hateful. I think you would agree that was hateful language.
There's a lot of hate in America that's not really initiated by what you want to say Israelite groups like that.
But you wouldn't agree with me that that was hateful language directed at the Covington boys by this Black Israelite group?
Initiate that. What did the conversation bring forth?
Okay, listen, I haven't seen all of the video. I've just seen what was said to the Covington boys. We didn't see anything coming from the other side directed at the Black Israelites.
It's basically slanted. We don't know why they responded in the way they did. You just give me one side of the story. So
okay, is it okay to disparage other ethnicities in the Black Israelite group?
Well, you keep calling it a group. Every nation
religious.
It's not religious. It's nationality.
Okay, is your nationality okay with disparaging other racial groups?
No, not at all.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
Is there a problem right now with the Black Israelites? Are they angry at something specific? What's the beef?
Well, from my perspective, we've been in captivity for 400 years. We've been denied our heritage, our land, what rightfully belongs to us as a people. We've been here for 400 years. We've had miseducation in regards to what belongs to us nationally or ethnically as servants to this country.
So what belongs to you specifically?
Specifically, what belongs to us is the land.
In America?
No.
In Israel?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you here are in America, and you want the land in Israel to be given back to you?
Absolutely.
Because you believe it's rightfully yours?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you probably have to fight with the Palestinians over that.
Well, it's a fight.
Because they think it's theirs too. So
a lot of people think it's theirs, but prophecy says the children of Israel will return to their land from the scattered places that we've been scattered.
Okay. Your group has been called a hate group.
Well, you keep saying my group. The children of Israel came over here in slave ships, and we're in churches, we're in mosques, we're in various religious doctrines that have been perpetrated on us.
We in Islam, Nation of Islam, Ansar el Muhammad, Buddhism, Krishna conscience. Let mine go. Israel.
We're ethnically, nationally, we're descendants by
my children,
heritage, by birth of the nation of Israel.
All right, so in general, not talking about Covington right now, but in general,
Israel.
Do you have a problem with white Americans
my
wearing
chosen
Make America Great Again hats?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Well, that incident highlighted what the problem is with America today, because you have Native Americans who are speaking out in regards to what transpired with them. What transpired with them? They were pushed on reservations. They lost their lands. Then you had the Israelite group, who we've been brought here by slavery, forced against our will, and given doctrines that don't even belong to us, and we've lost everything. And then you have the Christian school that was there, and they have a right to speak as well.
Okay. I do think some of your members are giving you guys a bad name. Let's just watch some recordings of some of the language that you guys have been using. Roll the tape.
Right. Y'all are going into slavery for enslaving so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right? That's what the Bible say, all right? So y'all can sit up here and listen. Y'all can take it as a joke, but guess what? All the atrocities that was done to our people, it's going to be done to you times two. All the consequences. Hey, don't touch me. That's right.
All right, so that's pretty aggressive, rhetorically and physically. You saw the woman on the ground there. This is representative of that nationality. Anytime anybody hears about the Black Israelites, that's what they think of. Now, I know you're saying that, they don't speak for everybody.
What about whenever anybody think about white people?
That's
all we think of is the Ku Klux Klan, right?
Say that about the Ku Klux Klan and neo-Nazis and skinhead as well. Does that represent you?
Do you believe it does?
Well, not really. Just like you shouldn't believe what they're saying represents all Israelites.
So you would compare that sect that has been, you know, pretty aggressive with the language and physically. You would compare them to the Klan?
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
So you don't believe that Black Israelites are superior to any other group? You think everybody's equal?
Absolutely. We're all nations on the earth.
Okay.
We made our mistakes.
And
we
anybody superior
every
to
other nation's
any
gonna do the same
motherfucking
thing.
group
If you become immoral
is
and
the
corrupt
Black
today,
Congressional Caucus,
Lastly, what do you
man.
think about this Nathan Phillips, this Indian activist who was banging
We
the
gonna
drum?
cover it. Listen.
I think he has a right to speak his mind and stand up for his people.
And
his land, his language, his culture has been taken away violently, and they have every right, like everybody else that's here, to speak their minds.
Okay. I mean, do you think that the son should pay for the sins of the father?
Yes.
Okay. So if my father,
ain't that's what we doing with Adam,
someone,
and we got saved through
If he's
Jesus?
still in a crime family, yes.
Okay. What about someone's great grandfather shot an Indian who shot at him with a bow and arrow? You think they should pay the price? The great grandson?
If that people is being denied what rightfully belongs to them, then something has to be done.
All right. Well, we disagree on that. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming in.
No problem.
All right.
Sometimes I feel like there can be a stigma.
All right, brothers and sisters, let's hurry up and cover something before, you know.
A lot of people don't really understand, and I don't expect them to. So I just do what I know is best for me.
All right, let's hurry up and cover this, or hurry up and cover. First of all, brothers and sisters, you have to pay attention to these white folk attitudes. You understand? Okay? Zero in on these white folk attitudes. Okay? Your good ones and the bad ones. We have to pay attention. Not all white folk is racist, you know, to the point of the Ku Klux Klan racist. But I believe all white folk have a pride about themselves, just like all the black folk, all of my brown brothers and sisters, all my white brothers and sisters that's not up under the Ku Klux Klan and Jim Crow ideology. I believe they all have a pride about their heritage. You know, just like the brown brothers and sisters, you know, they have a pride about their Aztec warrior heritage. You see where I'm coming from? So pay attention to the attitudes to these white folk, because they feel that black folk shouldn't have anything toward their nationality. Like, we don't have no nationality. You see, and this is what Dr. Claude Anderson said. The Indians registered as a nation of people. We didn't register as a nation of people because we're up under a false narrative of a black American, African American, when we're Hebrew. And as long as we're up under a false narrative, black American, African American, then who is you? You see what I'm saying? Who the fuck is you? You have no one. You see what I'm saying? And like they just said on here, as far as the groups that have power, the you know, the descendant of a slave master asked the descendant of a slave, the brother asked him, who's the powerful group? Is it the Hebrew Israelites? First of all, let's get this straight, brothers and sisters. The only ones that have power on this earth right now in the United States of America, okay, is the Black Congressional Caucus in the White House right now, brothers and sisters. Okay? And they about saving and really helping brothers and sisters out here. Okay, well, you know, and trying to get HR 40 pushed in there so it can touch every black American's life, not just one group. You see what I'm saying? So let's hurry up and cover some of this footage right here. You know, before my time run out. with you, brothers and sisters. But like I said, that's the only one that has any power in the United States of America, man. Okay? All of us got power, brothers and sisters. That's what this was about. All power to the people. Okay? You hear the brothers and sisters saying, all power to all people. White, red, yellow, green, brown, black. You see where I'm coming from? That's what this is about. All power to the people. But first, all power to the black and to the black man and woman in the black community. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. See, in the United States, it ain't about all power to the people. It's just about all power to, the superior, what they believe. You see what I'm saying? Which that's not true. And they got the land, they got the money, just like, the Dr. Claude Anderson said, we can't begin to compete in this racism. You know what I mean? Because for number one, we not working as a team. And number two, we don't have nothing to negotiate with, nothing to get into the race with. No land, no resources. You see what I'm saying? We ain't got nothing. They could have threw us something. They knew Kentucky Fried Chicken wasn't, dudes. They could have threw us chicken. They could throw us Foster Farms. They could throw us Foster Farms. Foster Farms is a family-ran business, a family-owned business. You see what I'm saying? I think it's owned by Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So think of that. They have chickens. That's a resource. Black folks don't got no resource, to that magnitude or of that nature, in which we are, like they are trying to get, is entitled to. Other than that, we're dead and we're doomed. And it's just a matter of time now to where the hammer come down on America, and we will be stuck in Jacob's troubles, Jacob's sorrows, because we ourselves didn't awaken as our true who we are. Okay? So it's a lot of controversy on who has the most power and all this. We all got the power. But the ones that's closest to the power and closest to the narrative where it can be changed and done something about for eons and millenniums to come is the brothers and sisters up there in the White House already. They call the Black Caucus. Just look up Black Caucus and you will see brothers and and sisters. You know what I mean? And that's who we trying to kind of give, some form of respect to, and come to some form of adherence to the policies, to the laws, and how can we support them? You know what I mean? And that's what's going on, brothers and sisters. But yeah, okay, so let me hurry up.
Turning now to the group that instigated the Covington incident, the Black Hebrew Israelites. Here they are in Washington, D.C., yelling at the high school students.
Let's make America great again. A bunch of child molested all these dusty crackers with that racist garbage on them. That's right. A bunch of incest babies. The biggest terrorist on the face of this earth is the pale-faced man, woman, and child.
The Black Hebrew Israelites are described as a black nationalist hate group with militant overtones. They believe blacks are
subscribed as a black hate militant group with militant overtones. You see where I'm coming from, brothers and sisters? Okay?
the true descendants.
So these brothers has already been tagged by the United States government because they have one of their own pushing that narrative of what they're putting over on the Hebrew Israelites, a hate group.
Of the biblical Israelites, and many of their sects are anti-white. Many here on the East Coast pretty familiar with the group, who dress up in robes and preach their teachings on street corners. I happened to catch up with them in Philly about 2 years ago. President Trump, how are you feeling about it?
How do I feel about President Trump? I I think that white people put Trump in office, and that was the man that they wanted him to rule over their people. But I think black people, Hispanics and Native Americans, have a king that they need to obey. Right. And this is what my power said. Read Acts 5:29. Acts chapter 5 and 29. Then Peter and all the apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
Joining me now, Catriel Benes.
All right, brothers and sisters, I got you in 30 minutes. Let me post these videos up that I got already, and I come back with this video since I kind of got the hang of how we can get this information in until you know things could get better on this side, and particularly for me to better it all. So let me hurry up for this clip on me. And one love, I love you, brothers and sisters, because a higher loves you, man. God loves you. You know what I'm saying? So, it ain't no way to, subscribe that love is other by directing you to the books, Matthews, Mark, Luke, and John, and read them. You know what I mean? Study them, pray on them, and meditate on them, man. God loves us, man. He loves us, man. I'm sorry, brothers. Beyond a religion. Yeah. So we need to spread this energy around, spread this information around. So let me go, brothers and sisters, for I probably already got clipped. So God bless you. Ahaya bless you. Shalom. And I'm, trying to study Hebrew to get our tongue back, and I start trying to teach it on this show. One love, man. God bless y'all from New York all the way to the Bay. You up under that bridge, you smoking that DD, you shooting up that black, you know what I mean? Don't got no land, come to this show, man. Nothing to call your own. Let's start making some sense about how we go support what we going through. This is the Black American Hebrew Unity discussion.